that's like the wide receiver from LSU that got charged for the vehicular homicide on the
Lacey.
ex-Marine Lacey. Allegedly, um he caused a car accident. He wasn't actually involved in the car accident, but allegedly because of the way that he was the driver. He was driving recklessly, and that caused the accident, right? But now there's new information, and I have it right here that Lacey was illegally passing the other vehicles. The driver on the northbound pickup truck abruptly braked and swerved into the right to avoid a head-on collision with the approaching Dodge. That's what he was driving. It's crucial to emphasize that Mr. Lacey did not cause or contribute to the crash, but he's being charged with this crime, and he's a wide receiver that has a chance to be drafted. I don't know where he's from. I don't know what his situation is, but I
Right.
know that his whole life is being impacted by this. When the information that came out first was basically painted the picture of him doing some kind of and being negligently wrong. He's going to have this hanging over his head going
Right.
into the draft. And because this is going to be hanging over his head, he might go undrafted. A guy that was supposed to be a first day, a top 3 round guy,
Mhm.
might go undrafted, and because of misinformation. Maybe the lawyer is spinning it around to make him look like he's innocent when maybe he was guilty. I don't know. All I do know is that if what the lawyer is saying is true, this is hanging over his head, and now he's possibly not even going to get drafted. A team might not even touch him until this situation gets resolved. Because look what you have going on. You got Ruggs in Las Vegas driving, you know what I'm saying, fast on the highway. You know what I'm saying, vehicular homicide, has to go to prison. That's money wasted, you know what I'm saying, on the team. You had a similar situation with Jalen Carter when he was in his track hawk. Parents, please, especially these kids that's getting NIL money, and what's the first thing that they want to go buy?
A fast car.
They want to go buy a Dodge.
Hmm.
They want to go buy a car with a souped up motor. And it's so crazy that the parents are like, oh well, that's their money. That's what. No, this is business. This is your investment. The first thing that I would say to any parent before you let your kid drive a car, you drive it.
Hmm.
You see how much power these vehicles have and how good of a driver you have to be able to control these vehicles. Now you putting a 18, 19, 20 year old kid in the seat of a car, you handing them the keys, and they in the front seat of a car that you as a full grown adult with thousands and thousands and thousands more driving miles and experience than them, you can't even handle the power that comes along with these cars. The first car that these kids is getting don't need to be no car that has these souped up motors. And big shout out to AJ Brown, you know what I'm saying, for making it known, bro. He pulling up in the Honda. I like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Somebody has to step in and say, hey, listen, I gotta protect you from yourself. I've been
Yeah.
rolling with you for this long. We've gotten to this point. I'm going to keep on making these decisions that's going to pay off for you moving forward, because no matter what we say and talking about, the best ability is availability, baby.
Mhm.
Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately for Kyron Lacey, he might be being pinpointed
Mhm.
because he was in this type of car.
Yeah.
And if he was in a different type of car, nobody probably even would have noticed him. And now we're talking about millions of dollars of a difference.
The things you've mentioned twice is parents having to protect the kids from themselves. We
Mm,
started off talking about football, in an extended period of time, 8 months, 9 months. These kids are in pads year round. There has to be an adult or a guardian to be able to protect them from themselves, right?
mm,
Now we go on, 2 levels from the youth level. Now we're talking about parents having to protect these kids from themselves once again, right?
right.
Because they need to be able to understand. you're about to get behind, a very powerful machine with a lot of horsepower that you've never been able to control before. Now you need to be able to protect them again, because once again, that's still your investment. What is your
Exactly.
ROI? You're not going to be able to have an ROI because your best ability is your availability. Now you're
Right.
not available
Mhm.
because you've been taken away from a situation.